doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it, working it.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Yeah, go. Hey, we got a double. Go Big Orange. That, of course, is Norman, my traveling Tennessee volunteer gnome, the one and only one of a kind that there is. Hey, before we get kicked off, views, opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of the SCV, GC, any division brigades, camps, or other subsidiaries, strictly those of us who are expressing them. And I apologize if I keep turning my head. I got the game on in the background. But we appreciate you being here with us this evening. We, of course, will be having occasional updates on the bottom of the screen. And if I have to jump off, it's because Tennessee's doing something stupid and I'm having to scream certain words at them. Hello, Robert. Hello, Dr. Sandy Mitchell Jr., who is in New Mexico. Hey, I saw you on a video that the Abbeville Institute just put out a little while ago, and I got about halfway into it before the show started. And it's really helping us with our special secret project that's on Patreon. So appreciate boys over at the Abbeville doing that. Check it out after the episode. Landon Johnson, good evening. Wes Franklin, good evening. Hello, Miss Linda. Hope you and Mr. Roy are having a great evening down there in Florida. Frank, I believe you are about to be getting something for Patreon. David Pope, good evening. Tony, hello. Paul Gremling Jr., the legend, nice to see you.
Man in the SCV.
Dave Perkins, Jordy, who we had on last week. If y'all missed that episode, hey, they're doing some great things. Kyle Thompson is in. Is it scotch or is it bourbon this evening, Kyle? David Pope, yes. Enjoy. I mean, granted, I'm going to pause really quickly in my hellos. You know, baseball is traditionally a Yankee sport. Abner Doubleday. I mean, the Puritans were playing baseball or a version of it in Plymouth or in Massachusetts Bay Colony, and Abner Doubleday, who was a Yankee general, codified the rules. But by God, we have two Southern teams in the playing for the College World Series. And of course, I'm a little bit biased on which one I want to win. But still, Southern dominance in this and every other sport is fantastic. Hello, Jack DuPont. Nice to see you. Jason Lloyd. Great to see you in the chat. Ray from Virginia. Faversham Carl. James Martin and Alan Boyce from Florida. Hope you're having a great evening. And Donald Gaines, hippie from my camp. Glad to see you on. Of course, it is the fourth Monday or last Monday of the month. I think it's the fourth as well, which means that it is our Hearth and Home episode, which we bring on Adam Southern, Executive Director of the SCV, who tells us all the wonderful things happening with our organization, at least from his point of view as Executive Director. Things happen at our museum, at our headquarters. So good evening, Adam. Appreciate you being on.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Are you looking forward to National Reunion?
Yes, I am. It's always a good time.
I'm looking forward to heckling you in the middle of your report. And Tennessee just scored 2-1. Let's go.
Good. Well, I will need some comedic relief for my report. So.
Oh well, you'll definitely get it.
I'll stand up behind you and do the bull run.
Well, I think what we're thinking about, what we talked about, is sign language.
One of you are gonna be my signers.
Yeah.
I'll stand up behind Adam the whole program and I used to know sign language.
I do. Well, you could do that. I got a pair of sunglasses and a walkie-talkie with an earpiece. I can stand up there and do that.
Providing security for the great legend that is Adam Southern.
I tell you what, Tennessee needs the great legend Adam Southern up at bat with that one batting 1,000 batting average he has.
Yeah,
I probably have one more left in me.
Well,
whenever they need me at the bottom of the ninth, I mean, I'm there. I'm there. Just give me a call.
How long of a drive is it to Omaha?
Yeah. If they need me, Peyton Manning can bring his jet.
Well, he's at the game, so he'll send the jet.
Yeah.
Is that a bobblehead of Larry McClooney behind you?
No, that was Colonel Sanders.
Still kind of looks like him.
I was not expecting that on my bingo card tonight.
It kind of looks like it.
Educator.
And have the Mark Twain bobblehead, and then George Brett. I love the George Brett pine tar incident where he goes ballistic.
Well, Mark Twain. I ain't the
Throw
biggest
that
Mark
one out
Twain
there.
fan.
There you go.
Yeah. I ain't the biggest Mark Twain fan. I mean, yeah, he's an all right writer and all, but he deserved it. Or Samuel Clemens deserved it.
Samuel Clemens, yeah.
Yeah. But
Do you want to do the veteran of the week before we jump into anything?
oh yeah, I was about to mention about veteran of the week. You got the text, I got the picture.
Let me find the text. I was at the picture.
Oh. I was at the picture already too. Great minds.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever you call this duo.
Bonfire. Okay, I found it.
Buy t-shirts, Bonfire.
Buy t-shirts. We'll get to that.
Here's our plug.
3, 2, 1.
This week's Veteran of the Week is Private John C. Young of Company F, 2nd South Carolina Infantry. We eventually went on to also serve in Company C of the 6th South Carolina Cavalry, ancestor of Mississippi's own Don Pedro Green from the Gulf Coast. Don is also a fraternity brother of mine, and really, really happy that Don shared this in. Remember, you can still submit your pictures of your ancestors for Ancestor or Veteran of the Week via scvyouth@gmail.com or on our Facebook post that's pinned at the top of the page. Please wait to do that after the show, though. We do choose these at random. They're not. We have everybody's name listed in there, or not like your name, but like the veteran's name listed in there, and the random number generator that selects them.
Connor's killing me looking at the screen. We also have our t-shirts, as we gave a small plug a second ago, but go on scvchat.com, hit the support us tab. You'll first see a link to our lovely Patreon.
Hey, let's pause right there. We've been talking about a certain secret project for Patreon, and we have several patrons who are out there listening right now. Tomorrow afternoon, our game plan is to record our first episode for our patrons. Now, what we are going to do with this first episode is we are actually going to release it on Patreon for y'all to listen to first. And then we're going to go ahead and release that to the general public as well, in hopes to get more patron lists or put patron folks as we get closer to National Reunion. So if y'all like what you're listening to and what you're hearing, our special project, it'll be audio only. You can to hear the next subsequent 5, 6, 7 episodes, however long as it takes us to get done with this. It'll be out there, but we are going to release it to our patrons first, and the other episodes will be available just for the patrons to listen to. It's just $10 a month, and it helps support us, and we're giving some of the money to the museum at the end of the year anyway. Go ahead, Moose. Talk about the t-shirts.
All right, and you can scroll down on the support us tab. First, you get to see a lovely welcome. If you want to just browse and not browse on the website, you can click the red SCV chat t-shirt right here. But you can also scroll down and see the shirt that speaks to you the most. And right now, I believe we're running a 10% off on the Nathan Bedford Forrest Attacking All Directions t-shirt. 10% off with the code NBF.
Yes,
right?
NBF, his initials. And it is the only t-shirt that we have on the shop available in Tennessee Orange. So celebrates tonight's hopeful W by getting a Nathan Bedford Forrest t-shirt.
Yeah. And
of course, that code will expire on his birthday.
July 13th, so make sure you get one now. Also, we are selling the old school UCV logo, the first logo.
No. That is USCV.
Okay. Yeah, USCV, my apologies. Brain fart of a day. But we are selling these all the way up till National Reunion. You can get one on the back of the T-shirt or the front of the T-shirt. I'm going to be buying mine at the back of the T-shirt at some point soon. I'm buying one of my own T-shirts simply because it is an awesome design, and I'm going to be buying a couple other ones. But I do love that old school logo T-shirt. I think we had a lot of compliments. But isn't that a fundraiser for
the museum? So we currently have. Let me do some math. Plus, hold on, wait a second.
Old high school joke just popped in my head.
$77 we're donating to the museum based off the y'all buying those T-shirts.
So thank y'all.
So that'll keep one light on for a month.
Yeah,
Hey, that every little bit helps. There's no such thing as a too small donation.
but in order to go to the store, click on one of the T-shirts, and you'll be taken to our store. If you click on the T-shirts down below, you'll be sent directly to the T-shirt. But you can always shop around the rest of our lovely store we have at Bonfire. Make sure to do that.
No, that Walter D. Donnie Kennedy, that logo is not trademarked yet. I called the commander-in-chief right before we launched that. He said it was not trademarked, and I believe it will be after this after this sale of T-shirts. So that's why we got permission to use it, to put on this and use it as a fundraiser for the museum. So after this, unless headquarters makes some merchandise with it, we're
not doing it.
Yeah.
And of course, we're not making any money off the logo shirts. It's all going to the museum. So make sure to go support us, support the museum. That'd be awesome. And wear your SCV chat shirts at Reunion.
Yeah. So like I said, that one we didn't even put our SCV chat on there. But we got permission because there were several people out there who requested I'd buy a T-shirt with that logo on. I'd buy a T-shirt. Well, we gave you a chance. So
go do it.
Yeah, we like to ask permission before we do crazy things, unlike some people.
Yeah, we are social media kings. Dude,
what world are you living in?
It has been. Oh, hey! Over 1 million people have come and seen SCV chat this year alone. We've somehow become experts in social media, Connor. Some would even say the best out there.
Yeah, some would. Some wouldn't.
Some wouldn't. But I think the numbers speak for themselves. All right. By the way, Tennessee scored again.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh! I'll let you take that one from Carl. In Clemson Orange.
It's not. I mean, that's cute, Carl. I mean, we know your connection to Dabo and everything like that. No, that is Tennessee Orange.
It actually looked Texas Orange to me, but
Adam, shut up.
Hey, I'm a Texas fan. I enjoy their football.
Sometimes you just have to use the orange you have.
Yeah. Well, sure. It identifies as Tennessee Orange.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I will let you know soon, Commander Gremlin. I thought I had one picked out. I'll have to check real quick. But me and past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gremlin Jr. are going to try to match at least a coat color at Reunion, which will be interesting for everyone involved. I want to be the protege of past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gremlin Jr. on his attire. It is fantastic.
Didn't see it going that way tonight.
Yep, here we are.
Sure, it originally came out of. Anyway, Adam, how are you doing tonight?
Be doing a lot better if Tennessee wins, but
yeah, me too. Or at least gets like a 6 more run lead.
No,
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
So, how are things at headquarters?
Hey, everything's rolling along good.
How was the dessert party? I had to miss it. I was sick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a good crowd. We had past Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney was there, and boy, look at that. This was made just for Connor Bond. This is a whiskey cake, and then he didn't come. So
I was sick. And I have sent my apologies via you to TikTok to Caleb.
Well, I'm not complaining personally because guess who got to eat the leftovers? So.
Yeah, you got to eat the leftovers and didn't have to see me.
Hey, best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing my little brother.
Well, that's good. I love it when we have those different type of fundraisers up at headquarters. I love seeing that because it's such the Southern Heritage Center is such a versatile campus, especially historic Elm Springs and the National Confederate Museum. Such a versatile campus. So much can be done up there. So if you're looking for an event or a place to host an event, contact Adam.
Yeah, and this past event was great. We had so many states represented. We had Mississippi there. We had folks from Georgia there. We had a couple that were from Missouri that came, and most of these were SCV people too. They saw the telegraph. They knew they would be in the area that weekend, so they made a special trip to Elm Springs to come to this dessert party. So probably one of the most diverse crowds we've had as far as location where everybody was from. So
how are the locals supporting those events?
It's about 50-50. Anytime we have something up there, we have a lot of locals and a lot of SCV members. SCV people travel, so if we have events, they're good about showing up. So trying to bring in those out non-SCV members and trying to educate them to what Elm Springs is and of course our purpose.
Well, speaking of events, we have another one coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, this is one that brings in a lot of non-SCV members and a lot of the local community because you're bringing in all these local car owners. This is our third year to do this Rebel Rouser cruise in. And last year we probably had 100 cars, so I'm hoping for a few more cars this year. It's free to attend. It's free for the classic car owners to come in and bring their car. This isn't a car show, so we're not doing trophies or anything like that. Just come and show off your car and hang out. And if you're bringing your classic car to show, I give you a free ticket to the museum that day. So you get something out of it for showing off your car. And really hoping we have a big turnout this year. The local Camp 29, will be providing refreshments for sale. They'll have, I think they're doing smoked bologna. So they'll have smoked bologna sandwiches and hot dogs. And then we have a local snow cone truck that will be there. So there will be food on site and lots of cars. And of course, the museum's open and we'll have tours of Elm Springs. So come out. If you're in the area, hope to see you on the 27th.
And that's mighty close to National Reunion. So I know y'all headquarters staff that has to go to the reunion is usually exhausted by the time they get back, and that just speaks volumes to the dedication of our staff and our executive director up at headquarters. It's the little staff that could. I know everybody thinks that we have a staff of 10,000, and God knows I wish we had a staff of 10,000. But how many employees are up at headquarters full time?
Full time 4,
and including the part time ones.
It's a staff of 8, but right now we have 2 vacancies, so we're down to 6.
Yeah, so we have six people doing the work of 10,000. So just remember that the next time you call headquarters to complain because you didn't get your veteran or something like that.
And
my views and opinions.
Blame the post office.
Yeah, that's usually where I start. Start with the post office, but have you got?
Well, it's all gone. I was gonna say it's all gone downhill since Paul Gramling retired.
That's what I've been told.
Well, I think
he went out there and personally delivered them.
He did. He was the mail carrier. I mean, once he was gone, people started missing their veterans. It just all went to crap. So
Indeed.
Good deal. Good deal. So it looks like we got some new stuff into the. Well, first of all, let's backtrack. Because, like you said, the dessert party was on the heels of the Boyhood Home event. And I think you actually gave a tour the Friday night before. Is that right?
yeah, we had the Wigfall Grays camp out of Collierville, Tennessee. They brought a bus tour of folks to Columbia, and they spent all day Friday with us. And we had lunch for them at Elm Springs, and I gave them tours of the house and museum. Then that night they had rented out one of our local restaurants, and they invited me to come and have supper with them and then take them on a walking tour of downtown Columbia. And they're really interested in the sites where the General Forrest and Lieutenant Wills Gould affair took place, where Forrest was shot and Gould was stabbed. So I took them on a walking tour to show them some of those sites, where it all took place. And this is where General Forrest said the famous line, "No damn man kills me and lives."
Yeah.
And we're standing right in front of the building where he said that.
Oh,
yeah. That's one thing I've as many times I've been up to headquarters, I've never asked you to show me.
Yeah.
Me too, actually.
So random question. Well, we're too busy going to eat at restaurants with giant T-Rexes and birthday cakes. One thing I was going to ask. So you said that now, if any other camp wanted to make an arrangement about coming to headquarters after hours or anything like that, is that a new thing that headquarters is going to offer? Or
Yeah, if that's something that you can get a good group of people together to do, we will be glad to do that. When I said we served them lunch, we picked up lunch. They paid for it. We did it for about $25 a head. We did a box lunch, and that included the meal and their tour of the home and museum.
well, I know there's a lot of compatriots out there that are well, I never get to go up to headquarters. Well, email Adam. He may arrange something for you.
Yeah, I mean, we can put it together. This started out as just a phone call. The camp, it wasn't even the camp commander. It was just somebody that liked to plan camp activities. They called and said, "Let's get this together." What happened?
Harrison is a sneaky, lying little bird. He purposely put the wrong score at the no. That is false advertisement. You take that 4 off, it is still 3-1.
That was a good one.
Thank you. I saw an opportunity.
Because they're up at bat right now.
I waited till they were up at bat. I'm looking at my phone and watching the game with you for that sole purpose.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
but like I was saying, even the child wanted to know if we could get this together, and we did. We made it happen. I think that's a great way. If you have a camp that likes to go on little group trips, or if you just want to do this special, come up to headquarters. We'd love to have you. And I think Donnie Kennedy said in here that's a good project for a camper brigade. I agree with you. Let's get that together. So we'd love to have bus tours.
I hope to send one your way at some point in the next couple of years. I don't know when exactly it'll come to fruition, but ever since you just told me about this a couple minutes ago, it's been rattling in my head. I would like to see some brigades and camps doing in the Mississippi Division.
Yeah, and we've kind of played with the idea, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and my wife. She's a great storyteller and does walking tours. Do stuff in conjunction when we have events at Elm Springs. I offer walking tours of downtown Columbia, or show people the war between the state's history of town. And that way, when we're open on Saturdays, there's something else. You can come to the museum, see Elm Springs, but then you can go downtown Columbia and see that history too. So just trying to figure out ways we can get more people to Columbia to see our headquarters.
And I know we talked about how great our employees are up there. Y'all do a magnificent job, but I usually save it to the end of the episode, but I do want to thank Adam and Kayla for all they do for us up there in Columbia. They're working their butt offs for us, and they do an outstanding job. And honestly, we are blessed to have Adam as our executive director, even though he purposely ignores my phone calls every time.
Well, he ignores.
You haven't called me in a long time.
I haven't.
No, when I see Connor call, I mean, I will send Connor to voicemail. So, no.
He did today because I was calling him to find out exactly what is our next fiscal year titled. Is it 24 or is it 24-25? And he didn't answer. So, yeah. But you know, there's a chain of command, and anyway, yeah, Miss Linda, a trip to Puckett's is definitely called for.
Agreed.
Either that or the Catfish College.
Yeah, I've missed the Catfish College. You know, we haven't held an event there in a while for SCV Chat.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get into that. Anyway, so really quickly, we're going to take a commercial break. And remember that our commercials this year are sponsored by Creative Cockades. This season, our sponsor is Creative Cockades. Research, documentation, quality workmanship, and personal customer service. She has fantastic cockades at fantastic prices, including, and I want to buy one to put on for the museum just because I know it's a replica, but this one, the beautiful UCV cockade. There's the original. There's the reproduction. Yeah, pretty cool. And of course, the Jeff Davis, our president. One thing she and I know she's basing it off of the originals that survived, but on the original drawing there was a tail off of that one. But you know, you could probably get her to add the tail. So anyway, we will be right back with some museum artifact acquisitions.
Check out the page.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost. Stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Hey, I just realized we got to re-record that commercial.
Why's that?
Two reasons. One, we have a lot more in the museum now. And second, it's the name's changed.
Good point.
So
It's still the National Confederate Museum at Elm Springs.
On the Southern Heritage Cultural Center.
Well, that part is added, but it didn't change that.
You gotta add it. Gotta re-record the commercial.
Got to. Adam now has to be the voice of it though, as he walks through the museum and gives like a quick tour.
No, nobody can replace the Conway Twitty of the Confederacy.
Well, I'm thinking you could do it like a used car salesman.
Okay, Junior samples it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BR 145 or whatever it is.
BR 549.
Yeah. Hey, that is a good point, Past Commander in Chief Paul Gramling, who covered up Adam's face just then.
Yeah, poor Adam.
Oh.
I steal part of his episode to give myself.
Doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
What do you think of that?
Just seeing Adam's face of, what in the world is this?
Oh, boy.
It's Carl doing the bull dance in support of SCV chat, and we need more videos. I know he wasn't talking about the bull dance, but I agree on both counts. I hope everybody does the bull dance to support us here at SCV chat.
Yeah, and feels the flow.
And feels the flow.
Work it.
You know
work
what? New T-shirt, doing the bull dance on the back. It says "Feel the flow."
Donnie Kendi had asked a question earlier. I'm going to answer his question.
Sure.
He wanted to know how much the population of Columbia has grown. Columbia's population 20 years ago was about 35,000. We're now probably close to 50,000. So we're growing. And then Spring Hill, Tennessee, which is to the north of Columbia, it's still in Murray County. It's one of the fastest growing communities in Tennessee. So our county's population is well over 100,000 now.
And how many live in Culleoka?
Culleoka, we have about 5,000.
That's a good number.
That's about 4,000 too many.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You do have a question from James that I think you might can help with.
Yes, Rose Hill Cemetery is in Columbia. Kayla, during the Tennessee Division reunion this past April, did a Confederates of Rose Hill walking tour, and very enjoyable. So if you're ever in town, give us a call. We'll love to show you around out there.
Is that the one where she shot the pistol in the air?
It is, yeah.
Okay. All right. Really quickly, before we start talking about new artifacts at the museum, Carl Jones did text us earlier today, and he said he had an announcement he wanted us to cover. The Nathan Bedford Forrest and Robert E. Lee Monuments dedication for Saturday, June 29th, 2024 at 10 a.m. It's at Fort Tallahassee in Tallahassee, Alabama. Refreshments to follow and South Central Brigade meeting to follow. So that's, of course, in Alabama. Hopefully somebody in the Tallahassee camp can send us some more information to cover on Thursday.
Please do. Even though we won't have an episode this Thursday.
Why not?
It's July 4th.
No, that's next Thursday.
It'll be covered this Thursday.
What I have to deal with? All right, so artifact acquisitions.
All right. Well, we've got basically two museums. We have the Elm Springs collection, and we have the National Confederate Museum. So Elm Springs was blessed with a large donation of antique glassware and porcelain, many pieces. This is just half of it here in this image. And then I think there's another image that shows some more of it. A lot of we had this discussion in Mississippi. These are probably vases instead of vases.
They look like vases.
So those are vases.
Those are vases.
The SCV mug is what I hold my pencils in the museum. So that wasn't part of the donation there. But a lot of great stuff came in with this. And these are really unique. These came from a Virginia estate belonging to a Confederate general. And he's getting me that name. He didn't have it when he donated it, but he's trying to get all that. So depending on what he tells me, this may end up in the museum instead of the house.
Those are definitely vases.
Yeah, those are vases. Yeah.
Those are beautiful.
Harrison, you know what the difference between a vase and a vase is?
No.
About $50.
Oh, golly.
Bet y'all didn't know that, did you?
Yes,
The more
Connor
you
Bond.
learn.
Yeah, Connor Bond bought a vase and then sold a vase.
Yes. Yeah. No, I bought a vase donated to my camp, and my camp auctioned the vase.
That's right. Yep.
The more you learn with the social media experts of SCV chat, providing education to all.
All right. So, I need to know what in the world is this like? Is this like, Matthew Brady's camera or?
I mean, yeah, that's what
is this?
everybody thinks this is a camera. This is actually. Have you ever heard of a magic lantern?
Yes, but that
that's
was
what-
in the Disney. That was in the Disney movie with Robin Williams voicing the cartoon.
So this is a magic lantern, and this was given to me when I went to Alabama for their division reunion.
I was there.
Yeah, you were. So this was something that was handed off to me there, and I knew what it was when I saw it. And it's been electrified, but it still has the slot in the back where you can put the lantern through there. But this one has been electrified. It came from England, so it has all European wiring. So we're going to have it rewired if we ever want to use it, if it can be used. But I'm looking into that right now. But what's really cool about it is it came with a box of slides. And these all are from what I can tell, they came from the Gettysburg battlefield. They have to be probably taken in maybe the late 1800s, turn of the 20th century. That's a Maine monument. I think it's the 9th Maine. It's on the battlefield there. And of course, we were talking about this before the show. This is the Virginia monument that has Robert E. Lee on the top of it.
And I dare anybody to tell me that it ain't. I dare you.
Double dog day.
But I thought that was really cool to see that. And if I can get that working again, that would be something really cool to show the kids when they come. If we have school groups, we can bring that out and show them antique slides with an antique projector.
That would be fantastic.
Then you had this lovely piece of art.
Yeah, this is was something I purchased from the silent auction when we were at the Alabama Division reunion, and this is an old UCV poster. That's really neat.
Where was that?
You and I must have walked past it all day long.
Yeah, because I didn't see it. Because if not, I wouldn't have had a vase.
Right. I mean, I didn't see it the first time either. JC Hannah's wife Ella came up to me and she was like, "Did you see this over here?" And I was like, "No, I did not." So I decided then that we needed that for the museum, and it came home with me.
Yeah,
That's
no
outstanding.
kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to the Alabama Division reunion. And all I got was a crummy vase. You come home with this
vase.
Yeah, we left with the vase, and now it's a vase. Speaking of Alabamians,
and it's something else that came from the Alabama Division reunion. Now they were very hospitable when I went down there. I'm trying to think of my words today. Even though I did wear a Tennessee orange tie to their conference, they didn't say anything about that. But we're always looking for local books for the library, the William D. McCain Research Library at Elm Springs, or the Southern Heritage Center. And this is one of those local books. We have so many sets of the Shelby Foots books, which those are great books, but these are the kind of books that we really need are those on local topics, because these are what, we've said it before, history is most of the time history starts local. So promote your local history. And in this case, they've published their local history. And I encourage, if you don't have a book like this in your county, start working on it, because these are the jewels right here that share that local history.
They really are, because I've been transcribing. I was using one website on that I've used forever, and I later found out that it was done by an organization that I really don't want to associate with. So I've been transferring the family tree from that other site to Ancestry, and the amount of stuff that I've been able to find on my family, but not everybody's as lucky as we are knowing our ancestry and stuff like that. And Fold 3, while it's a great resource, from time to time gets things wrong. And it's all the time updating and changing and stuff like that. So written down actual book history, that's one thing about the library up there at Elm Springs, as well as the one at Beauvoir, if you go visit if you get a chance, is that our museums are a place of not only learning but research as well. And you got to have stuff to be able to research with.
Absolutely. And, a lot of these stories you're not going to be able to find on the internet. These are probably things that were told from grandfather to grandson, have made it down the family line. So.
And we got some artwork.
Yes. Everybody, well, if you've been to Southern Heritage Center and you've wanted to go out to eat somewhere, and I'm going to tell you to go to probably one of three places. I'm going to tell you to either go to Legends, Catfish Campus, or Betty's Parkway. Those are three good local places that I recommend you go. And again, views and opinions are mine here. But this artwork used to hang in Legends. Legends used to be completely decorated with War Between the States prints. And they recently, by the time our museum was being finished, the same builders that built the museum went and remodeled Legends. And when they reopened, they didn't put any of this artwork back up. So they probably donated to us about 14 framed, matted, beautiful prints. And I've talked a lot about the forest flag, the flag that he captured, and presented it to Antoinette Polk. Well, this is a print of Antoinette Polk.
I was about to ask that.
Yep. So she is outrunning the Yankees, and she made a 6-mile run on her horse named Shiloh to get away from the Yankees and warn the Confederates that the Yankees were coming. So I'm glad that we have this frame print. Hopefully we can work it into the museum beside the flag.
Yeah, because you can kind of see the flag in the picture. Back yonder in the back foreground.
Different flag.
Shh. That's how you work it in there.
But these are some more of the prints, beautiful Lee and Jackson portraits there. And that's a reproduction of has a lot of the different generals around it. But again, beautiful prints. And I think there were about 13 or 14. And ever since they closed, we have been asking about the prints. And finally, the camp over in Lewisburg was able to work a deal with the owner of the restaurant to donate them to the museum. So thanks to that camp, the Marshall Rangers, for setting that up.
That's fantastic. I do want to bring this up, kind of going with what Adam said. Not only write it, but if you found some old books that are no longer in print, please donate them to the McCain Library. Please. Adam has done a fantastic job. Many people probably don't know of all the hard work you've been doing in our library, Adam.
No, I mean, that's kind of my pet project, and that's where I go for stress relief. I can putting things in order in a chaotic world. That's just stress relief to me. And putting these books in order helps me a lot. But Commander Kennedy's right. There are a lot of books by Confederates. And when I was researching for the Mississippi Division reunion for the speech I did there, I kept coming across a book mentioning the Confederate veteran, and it was advertised in there quite a bit, called Bright Skies and Dark Shadows by H.M. Field. And it's something that I thought, I wonder if I can find a copy of that. Here it is. It was $3 on eBay. And about 50 pages of it are dedicated to the Battle of Franklin. And just a good first-person narrative. And there has to be hundreds of books like that out there. If you could find those, and specific to your area, veterans that were there recorded their thoughts and their eyewitness accounts. Now, those are the things we're really interested in.
Yeah, and isn't there a link to a website where we can see everything that y'all have at the library so people don't accidentally donate something y'all already have?
Absolutely. If you go to the quickest way for me to tell you to get there is to go to Facebook and look for the Major General William D. McCain Research Library. And there on the about, you can get to the car catalog.
I'll share the Facebook page on the SCV chat Facebook page. I might even try to post it up on the website because I remember the first day you made that that Facebook page. I was just looking for McCain stuff and I saw it and I liked it on like 5 pages.
And we only have, I think, 38 followers on the page, so get on there and share the word about it. And follow it, like it, whatever you need to do, and come visit. I mean, it's a great place we have about half of the collection cataloged right now, and probably another half to go. And we're still working on weeding through duplicates, and any of the duplicates that we have that aren't old and rare, we sell those to raise money for the museum. So don't worry if you have just a box of books you'd like to donate and you're not aware if we have it or not. Just donate the box and we'll make sure it gets to. If we can't use it, we'll make sure it gets to somebody that will appreciate it, and you get to help the museum in the process.
Fantastic.
And looks like Ron Kennedy's right. The traditional publishers are closing and going away, and we're not getting many books coming out from the pro-Southern perspective. So finding these out of print and rare books and we need to make sure we save those because chances are they're not going to be reprinted. Which, if it gets to be something that's public domain, if it gets old enough, we can print those ourselves if we wanted to, which is a great thing that we could possibly look at doing in the future. Be a good way to raise money, come up with our own press. But we kind of have Frank Powell for that now. His press that he does, Scuppernog Press. That's right. He does a lot of work in sharing Southern history and a lot of SCV history as well.
Yes, Miss Linda. I'll so on the website and on Facebook, I'll share the McCain Library Facebook page, and from there you can find the link. Again, please go follow it. We have an awesome library.
Yeah, and Dr. Mitchum's right. So many of the books are available on Google Books. So those are mostly all public domain things. And if you see something on Google Books, chances are you could probably reprint it yourself. Not saying that you could, but chances are you can. But that's a great place to go if you're looking for kind of primary documents, books written of the time period.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I've been trying to find stuff to donate, so I guess I'll try my hand at finding books for y'all.
Yeah.
My dad always beats me to it. I'll find something nice, and my dad, with him being historian in chief, is looking for stuff all the time for the museum. And out of nowhere, he'll be like, "Hey, I found this," and I'm like, "Oh, I just found that." And there it is, and he beats me to it. So I'll give him credit where credit's due. He finds stuff very quickly. But please help out our museum. That would be fantastic. I just love seeing our museum do so well. It brings a smile to my face every time you're on here, Adam. Not only because I do like your company. You're a better host with me than Connor is.
No, well, thank you.
Except for that time you called my dad a sex symbol of the Confederacy.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is.
Thank you for that.
We keep losing Connor.
No, if I'm not wanted, I'm just going to sit backstage.
He's going to watch the game.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's watching the game.
It's on commercial. Hey, what's the deal with Erasmus White?
Erastus White? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
What?
He was killed because of a sewing machine.
Did he buy his old lady a sewing machine at Christmas and she wanted something else?
Well, no, he bought her a sewing machine and it didn't work, and he filed a lawsuit against the man that sold it to him, and then went around telling everybody that the guy that sold him the sewing machine was a Yankee, and the guy had actually been on General Hood's staff, so he wasn't a Yankee. He had served in the Confederate Army, and he kind of took exception to being called a Yankee, and
rightfully so.
Yeah, they met each other in downtown Columbia on Christmas Day, 1867, and got into a fist fight. One of them pulled a gun, and as they were rolling around trying to fight for the gun, it went off and killed Erastus White.
That's awful.
And they put a sign on his tombstone that said, "Escape the bullets of the enemy to be killed by the cowardly pup." So he went to the grave having the last word. And somewhere along the line, they chiseled that off his tombstone. There's a square at the bottom of the stone where it's been chiseled away.
I can't imagine why. Maybe Kayla can pay to have that reinscribed for one of your birthdays.
Maybe.
The Adam birthday fundraiser. Get this put back on his tombstone for Adam. I would put money to that.
There was a lady that for years and years and years, I've been telling this story, and she died without having her death date put on her tombstone. It just always tore me up. I mean, I thought, well, one day I'm going to have her death date put on her tombstone. I felt bad about it because nobody remembered her. She had outlived all of her relatives, and everybody else in town kind of thought she was crazy. So she didn't have any friends. So when they died, they buried her and forgot her. And my last birthday, as a matter of fact, Kayla paid to have her death date put on her tombstone. And that was my birthday gift. So I thought that was very sweet. I know it's odd, but it is sweet and thoughtful.
I can think of something odder, but honestly, Adam, you're just a good man and a good historian.
Yeah, like collecting dead people hair.
Yeah, that would be weird. If you did that, that'd be even weirder.
Or your favorite ride at Disney, and you're a 30-something-year-old who enjoys going to Disney, is the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
A strange fixation with death.
Oh, gosh. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think you went through all my slides. I did want to mention there was a telegraph emailed out today about the reunion.
Yes.
They are having to shuffle people around. So if you are getting an email, and these have started coming out this past week and this week, they are moving people. I think about 80 rooms have to be relocated to other hotels. So even if you have reservations at the host hotel, you may get an email notifying you that you've been moved to another secondary hotel. They will be running shuttles back and forth from the secondary hotels to the primary host hotel, and you'll get complimentary breakfast too. So they're trying to make things right for you as best they can. But this is just one of those things that the host camp could really do nothing about. They started a remodel project on the host hotel, and they're going to have to get rid of 80 rooms that have already been booked. So
it's not headquarters' fault either.
Right. So
headquarters are Secession Camp 4's fault.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing the best that we can. I know Secession Camp 4 has done an amazing job of getting this together. So please be patient with them. They're in the same shape that you are. So they're trying to make the best of it. So work with them and be patient with them. And I hope to see everybody next month in Charleston for our national reunion.
I can't wait for you to see my tie that I made specially for Jason.
I can't wait to see it. I've been hearing a lot about it.
It's my proudest work.
I can
saying a lot because there's a picture of you and a tauntaun or something like that.
Yeah, there's a picture of. So if anybody's ever watched Star Wars Episode 5, there's a picture Connor's upset about. He wants to watch the game. He's done. A picture of Han Solo riding a tauntaun, and I put Adam's face on Han Solo and my face on the Tauntaun. And sporadically, I don't do it every time I'm up there, but every once in a while when I'm up there to do whatever Adam tells me, or Kayla, more importantly, because Kayla scares me, I'll print out this picture and just put it on Adam's office. There was a time Adam wasn't there, and I put like 5 of them in his office.
Yep.
He still had what? No, we still got the score. It's pitch and change. But it wasn't the pitcher's fault just then. Yeah, the guy hit, but I mean, your dang shortstop and second baseman, both of them dive towards the ball and miss it. Change them.
Let's all applaud Adam for coming on here and dealing with us. It's not an easy job. Adam has had probably to deal with us more than most, so thank you, Adam. Jason only had 2 years. Adam's had all 4. And Adam also has to deal with the fact that he is head of our TikTok, which means I go on Adam's TikTok page, I steal a video, and repost it on ours. So everybody thank Adam for that, because he could copyright us for that.
Nah.
And he hasn't.
Appreciate the shares.
Oh, we don't share. We just outright steal.
We outright we don't.
You usually tag me in them, so.
Okay.
I started feeling bad. I was like, I'm just stealing Adam's stuff. And Adam has done just great work for the SCV in general and everybody up at headquarters. Phenomenal job, guys. Thank you, Adam. You're the big brother I always wanted. Connor's the big brother I never thought I'd have.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh man, he's done with us tonight, I think.
I've hurt his feelings a couple times tonight, but he's made me laugh, and he knows how much that means to me today. So thank you, Connor. You paid for a lot of my stuff when I was your aide de camp. But yeah, everybody thank Adam. Thank you for coming on, Adam. And we can't wait to see you at reunion.
And we'll see you then.
Doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
That's a new T-shirt for sure.
I'm putting that on there.
That's how we end the show, guys. Not a dead gum word.
Hey, Moose, I got a question for you.
What's the question?
Have you joined our Patreon?
Sure.
No, you haven't. Have you written anything on our Patreon?
I actually have. It's been a while, but I have.
I don't remember it. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Oh, Lord of mercy. Again, we have our Patreon that is launched. We will be doing our exclusive Patreon Moosehead Book Club. First review of insert name of title here. Hey, if you want to find out the title, you're going to have to listen to that podcast episode. But the other episodes will be strictly on Patreon. So if you want to dive into more of the stuff that we're learning and diving into, you'll have to check it out on Patreon. It's only $10 a month. We do not have an annual feature yet, although we are slowly working towards it. I'm still reading about it and emailing our Patreon folks back and forth. But Patreon is a crowdsourcing way for you to be able to help keep us on the air. Most of this comes out of our personal budgets. So any help will help.
It was a rough spring.
Helps us get better equipment, helps us, stuff like that, like the microphones that Harrison and I have. Those are bought for by Patreon. So, yeah, great. You can also get a T-shirt. Remember that we have a sale on the Nathan Bedford Forrest T-shirt. Code NBF at checkout for 10% off, as well as your last chances are winding up to get the OG SCV logo shirts. After that, we won't be making them anymore. They will be going to, if they're ever made again, headquarters is going to have to make them. So y'all who said y'all wanted one, now is the time to get one.
Get it now.
Because if not, if headquarters may make some, they may not. Also, July 4th is next week. You can still get yours. The South was right in 1861 because America was right with 1776. Shirt there as well. Send a political message. Our views and opinions. Don't slap anybody. If you are enjoying hearing what Adam is doing at headquarters and you want to help the museum or you want to help Elm Springs, remember that we have the Friends of the Museum. Join today. Various membership levels from 25 all the way up to 1,000 and have various different benefits. All the proceeds from this go to the museum, and you do not have to be a member of the SCV to join. Also, same thing with the Friends of Elm Springs. Various different things, $25 to $1,000. All proceeds go to the restoration and maintenance of Elm Springs. Hey, how's the closet project going, by the way?
Hey, we just need wallpaper. So,
hey, join the Friends, buy some wallpaper. Or Friends of the Museum, Friends of Springs, but also Friends of the SCV. Don't forget that you can join that if you do not have the genealogical or the birth requirements to join our organization. I think that's as politically correct as I can say that. Remember to visit our sponsor, Creative Cockades, and support her and what she's doing over there. Great research, great quality products, beautiful lasting things. You saw the UCV ones, you saw the Jeff Davis one. I wish I would have had a chance to get one before National Reunion. I will have one for next year. If you actually have a picture of your ancestor, like the Veteran of the Weeks, you can actually get them in a mourning cockade. So that's pretty cool. Or camp namesake or something like that. Hey, Harrison, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Well, I'm going to watch Look Around Florida.
Normally we would, but we were recording our podcast at that point.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, we will catch the replay, but y'all tune in live tomorrow night with the Florida man, Sean McFall, with Look Around Florida, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Confederate Daylight Time. I believe that David Pope has something going on in the Friends of Douglas South Hall Freeman this weekend. I'm sure he'll put it in the chat if I'm wrong.
Please do.
Especially if I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, he has one this Friday.
That's what I thought.
8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
All right. Did we miss anything else?
No, I think that's a successful sign off.
All right.
Wait. Hold on.
Look Around Federation this Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So you need to, pitch that.
Yeah. We'll have a guest announced Wednesday because I thought for some reason this week was July 4th, so I forgot to schedule the guy.
Do you need help?
I might. We'll see. I'll try to get a guest to come on. Send me news, please. I'm begging. Please.
Yeah, we do have some news from the California division that we'll put out there. So we'll be doing that. Still 3-1, top of the 6, Adam.
Good.
But yeah, go check out us on Look Around the Confederation. We will see everybody then. Again, check out scvchat.com and our Patreon. And I guess without further ado, no Fumar.
No Fumar.
And
no Fumarin.
Okay then. Nope.
No Fumarin.
Look, I'm just gonna say, let's see here. Let me pull this up.
Listen, stop trying to find the outro video and act like you're going to be cut off in the middle of saying something.
Didn't expect to call out. Where is the outro?
Did you delete the outro video?
No.
I think you deleted the outro video.
I got on late today. I did not delete the outro.
Why would I delete the end credits?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. I think you did it.
No, I just got on right before the show started.
It was Kayla.
It was Kayla. Let's just play this, and this is how we'll end it. Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. Since we don't have our outro, we're going to specifically say that. Their names are scrolling across the screen. We'll try to play a face of the SCV video as our outro tonight. So thank you guys all.